All right, hello everybody. Back to the garage with the progress on the engine of the 1989 Four Winds Vista 25-foot boat. All right, look, I'm waiting for some parts, and I figure, what the heck? Let me put some finish on the engine and try, play around with it. This is what I came up with. I really like this Rust-Oleum hammered finish paint. It's a real nice paint, and it goes on, covers a multitude of sins. It's real good stuff. I gave it about 2 or 3 coats on the oil pan and the block, and the rest of the stuff I just went with Chevrolet Orange Red, I think it's called. It's an actual. They actually sell it as Chevrolet Orange Red. All right. So, and this is the other paint too, by the way. This is really good stuff. Real nice stuff. Covers well. And anyway, waiting on the crankshaft. I ordered the crank with bearings. I went ahead and painted this other stuff. I don't know. It's just paint. I would replace all of this stuff, including this water pump. But this engine's got like no hours on it, and I think this pump is really new. The bearings are very tight, no noise. You know what? It's easy to change in the boat if it starts to leak, but I think it's brand new. I really don't see changing it. Same as the alternator. The starter motor is literally brand new, still has tags on it. So now did a full valve job on the heads while in between videos. Took the valves out, had them cut. Lapped them back in, new seals, everything's done on the heads. Very, very nice job on the heads. Power steering pump down there had a hole at the bottom of that little tank there. This is the tank that stores the fluid. I went ahead and brazed that. I just gave it a coat of that orange red paint. On the valve covers, I'm going to go ahead and buy some new ones because the ones that are there are bent up pretty bad. And I tried to fix them, but I made them even worse. So they're going to get changed out. I might go for the silly looking chrome ones, make it look fancy. I didn't touch the engine mount adjustments because this boat was lined up perfectly. So I really don't see any reason to disturb those at all. I got a double row chain coming for the timing gear set. I got new piston rings coming for the pistons, and so basically this is a real nice rebuild. It's getting, the only thing it's not getting is pistons, the actual pistons themselves, which I don't really, they're in really good shape, as I mentioned in the previous video. Anyway, just an update on what we're doing here, and here's the heads. This timing cover is plastic. I don't know if it's reusable, because this seal looks like it's part of the actual cover. So I might go ahead and get a new cover. I think it comes with the double row chain. If not, I'll go ahead and buy a new cover. I'm really not comfortable with using this again, because to change this in the boat, it's not really a big deal, but who the hell wants to do it in the boat? So everything looking good. Now here's the harness, which I have laying here. It's actually nighttime right now, so it's a little dark, but here's the wiring harness, which I'm going through each individual connector to make sure that all the connections are good. I prepped up the manifolds, so everything that can be repaired is being repaired. I don't anticipate any problems. The only thing I really am fussy about is leaking oil. I don't like an engine that leaks oil. That's really annoying to me, and I don't know how effective a Chevy V8 is with new, but I mean, I've heard that they don't leak that much. So I've done a couple of these in the past. In the car, you don't really notice if it leaks a little bit of oil, but in the boat, you notice it. It gets in the bilge. And now here's the manifold, too. I did give the manifold a coat of paint with the same thing, the Rust-Oleum hammered finish. This is their version of black. It's not black. It's like a dark gray. I actually rebuilt the distributor too. This has points in it still. I have really mixed opinions about points. I really like the idea that in the event of a distributor failure, I can carry a set of points with me and repair, repair the problem right then and there. When you start putting the electronic ignition in, which is very good, incidentally, I have to say, I'm not saying anything bad about electronic ignition. When you put electronic ignition in, it fails, you're done, you're stuck. But here in a boat, you have points, condenser, coil, and a couple of wires. Something to think about, The only thing I'm concerned about is the mechanical advance unit on that distributor, which giving me a little problem, to be honest with you. The springs look a little funky in there, but they do work. In that Presta-Lite distributor, there's a couple of parts that look a little shady, but I went through it. It looks pretty good. It should work. And this engine, I have to mention, this engine ran really well before I dismantled it. But beside that rod knock, it had a very, very slight, and I got to stress that, it was a very slight rod knock. So I'm expecting this thing to be bulletproof when I'm done with it. So hopefully, once these parts come, I ordered them a while back. They should be here shortly. What I got coming is, again, the crank bearings for the mains and the rods. I have a complete gasket set coming. I have piston rings coming. I have double row chain coming. Everything I need to assemble this thing. The outdrive is completely done, with the exception of a coat of paint. I have it prepped, primed, and ready. I might go ahead and paint this with a spray hammered finish too. That stuff's really good, I gotta say. It comes out nice and it looks really, really good. So this outdrive is ready to go. Looking forward to having this boat running and in the water. And stay tuned. Thanks again. Talk to you soon. Watching Seinfeld.